All right, let's get straight into it. The whole world of work is shifting under our feet. So we're going to break down the top 6 side hustles for 2026. These are the ones you, as a beginner, can actually master and start making money from no matter where you are. Think of this as your new map for the new economy. You know, this isn't just a clever line. It's practically a diagnosis. Having financial freedom, well, it gives you options that can totally reshape your life. But just wanting it isn't enough, right? You need a real, precise strategy to get there. And here's the first thing you absolutely have to understand. The game has changed. Seriously. The stuff that worked back in 2023, that's ancient history now. The idea of easy money is a total illusion. If you want to earn real money today, you have to provide real, undeniable value. What we're seeing right now is the end of a whole era. The future isn't about who works the longest hours. It's about who has high leverage skills. You know, the kind of skills that a machine can't just copy and paste. It's the big pivot from just working hard to working smart. So what's on the chopping block? Well, roles like basic copywriting, simple data entry, routine content research, and yeah, even generic podcast editing. They're pretty much on the verge of extinction. Why? Because AI is already doing them. This isn't some far-off threat. It's happening right now. To win, we've got to aim higher. So, if all that stuff is out, where is the opportunity? It's in content. Every single person, every single brand, is basically a media company now. And that shift? It's the single biggest economic transformation of our time, and it's creating brand new careers out of thin air. Which brings us to our first hustle, the social media growth expert. Think about it. Most founders are brilliant at their business, but they're not content creators. They've got the knowledge, but no way to get it out there. Your job is to be that bridge. If you can master the strategy of growing a social media presence, you become absolutely essential. Okay, let's break down the numbers. The earning potential starts out a little modest, a 2 out of 5, but, and this is key, the time to earn is a 4 out of 5. Why? It's simple. You get paid for results. If you can show a brand that you can actually deliver growth, the money will follow. It's all about proving your value, not just promising it. All right, our second hustle piggybacks on that same exact trend, becoming a video editor. As pretty much everything moves online, the demand for really high-quality video is just exploding. But the supply of truly amazing editors, well, that's not keeping up. And that gap, that's your opportunity. A really good editor, a top-tier one, can easily pull in 1 lakh or more every month. But listen, the market has zero patience for mediocre work anymore. Basic cuts and throwing on some auto captions, that's worthless. The real value is in smart, sophisticated editing that tells a story. Master that, and you can name your price. So we've talked about AI as this big, scary threat. But now, let's flip that whole story on its head. AI is the single greatest advantage you can have in your career today. But it's not magic. It's a tool you have to learn how to use, how to really wield. This is the big question, right? The one that keeps people up at night. Will AI take my job? Well, the real answer is probably not what you're thinking. Here it is. This is the new reality. AI itself isn't coming for your job. Your real competition is the person who learns how to use AI to do your job faster, better, and with way more impact. The choice is pretty simple, really. Become that person or get replaced by them. So what does that person look like? Well, that brings us to hustle number 3, the automations engineer. This is a whole new kind of expert who uses no-code AI tools to make complicated business stuff run smoother and faster. And no, this isn't about being a coder. It's about thinking in systems and finding efficiencies. And just look at these ratings. They're perfect. A 5 out of 5 for earning potential and another 5 out of 5 for time to earn. I mean, it makes sense. When you can help a business get the same results with fewer people or less time, you create incredible value. Companies will pay a huge premium for that kind of efficiency. And the best part? You can learn the basics in about a week. Okay, now we're going to step into the creator economy. This is a world defined by a really powerful idea called asymmetrical returns. What that means is your potential downside is pretty limited, but your potential upside, well, it's basically infinite. Yep, we are talking about content creation, becoming a creator yourself. And seriously, if you have ever considered it, right now is the time to start. The market is mature now. We're seeing creators with audiences as small as 50 to 100,000 followers making the kind of money a top executive makes. Now, these numbers tell the whole story. The earning potential is a 5 out of 5, but honestly, it could be 100. The potential is limitless. But, and it's a big but, the time to earn is a 1 out of 5. It takes a long, long time and a ton of work before you start seeing any real money. That's the trade-off. Our final category is all about growth. These next two roles are totally non-negotiable for any business. They're tied directly to the thing that matters most, bringing in money and getting new customers. First up, the outreach expert. For any company that sells a service, this person is its lifeblood. The job is simple: bring in quality leads. If you've got great communication skills and can think strategically, you literally become the engine that makes the company go. The upside here is a massive 5 out of 5, mostly because of commissions. It's essentially unlimited. But there are two big challenges you need to know about. Established companies almost never hire beginners for this, and, well, that automations engineer we talked about is getting scary good at doing this job. And the final hustle, the performance marketing expert. This is a mix of tech, marketing, and data. Your whole goal is to run paid ad campaigns that get customers as cheaply and efficiently as possible. And once again, because of commissions, this role gets a 5 out of 5 for earning potential. The sky's the limit. However, the learning curve is pretty steep, which is why time to earn is a 3 out of 5. You might even have to work for free at the start just to build a portfolio and prove you can get results. Okay, we've just laid out 6 huge opportunities, but just knowing about them isn't enough, is it? The final, and honestly the biggest, obstacle has nothing to do with skills or money or timing. The biggest obstacle is you. The most common excuse in the world is, "I don't have time." The source of this entire explainer has a simple one-word response to that: bullshit. He built his career over 6 years while he was also a full-time student, working a full-time job, and running an agency. The proof is right there. It's never about having time. It's about making time. So the only question left is, will you?